video we have brought a particular session on Kisan credit card scheme. So what is this scheme? What are the advantages of this particular scheme? I'll be telling you in this particular session. Okay, so we know that agriculture plays a vital role in Indian economy. So it is the important sector in Indian economy. So over 60% of the population is relying on this particular sector called agriculture. Okay, and over 70% of rural households are depend upon this agriculture. Okay, so here we can say that there are two different milestones in agricultural credit. Okay, so phase 1 and phase 2. So in phase 1, control of banks, we can say phase 1 will be from 1968 to 1989 and phase 2 will be from 1991 to 1998. Okay, so in the first phase, control of banks by the respective government, then formation of RRBs, nationalization of the banks. Okay, then formation of regional rural banks in 1975, establishment of NABARD, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, in 1982. Then linkage of SHGs. SHGs means nothing but self-help groups with the banks. Then formation of RIDF, Rural Infrastructure Development Fund, in 1995 along with 1996 along with NABARD. Okay, so these are the different milestones which are with respect to agriculture credit in the country called India. Okay, so what is this Kisan credit card scheme? Let's see. Okay, so Reserve Bank of India has set one-man high-level committee of Mr. R.V. Gupta in December 1997. Okay, and based on the recommendations of this committee, NABARD introduced this Kisan credit card scheme in August 1998. So the committee is R.V. Gupta and the corresponding established year is August 1998. Then RBI directed all scheduled commercial banks and NABARD directed to all regional rural banks as well as cooperative banks. Okay, so what is this scheme? Why is this necessary? So what is the main reason behind this KCC scheme? Means there are several problems faced by farmers in process of acquiring adequate finance from banks. Okay, so there will be lot of documentation and processing, and there will be complicated paperwork. Okay, and delay in processing and lack of awareness among the farmers regarding banking process. Okay, so what these farmers used to do is they used to go to non-institutional means of credit in order to get sufficient amount of money in order to purchase their seeds, okay, fertilizers, pesticides, etc, etc. Okay, so in order to cope up with this particular thing, the corresponding KCC scheme has been introduced. So what are the objectives of KCC? Okay, so it is assisting agriculturists to access cash credit facilities. Okay, then second objective is post harvest expenses. So whatever the expenses that are there after harvesting, it is being bared. Then next one is based on marketing loan production. Then next one is based on working capital for maintenance of farm assets. Okay, like purchasing of daily animals like cow or buffalo. Okay, and investment credit requirement for agriculture and allied services like pump sets, sprayers. Okay, purchasing of dairy animals, etc. So everything will be involved in this particular thing. Then next, if I bring you to features, so there are many features of this particular scheme called KYC. Okay, so first feature is nothing but eligibility. So all farmers are eligible to apply. Okay, that they can be owners or they can be tenant farmers or they can be sharecroppers. Okay, but make sure that the maximum age is not more than 70 years. Okay, then coming to second one, validity. So validity is valid for 5 years and they are subject to annual review. Okay, then third one is based on security. So according to the guidelines of RBI, there is no collateral security required for a loan limit of rupees 1 lakh. Okay, and if the loan limit is above 1 lakh, then there should be some sort of collateral security that can be obtained, right? Then fixation of credit limit. So we have RBI have classified the credit limit in two different contexts. One is based on marginal farmers, then the other one is based on all farmers other than marginal farmers. So who are marginal farmers means farmers cultivating agriculture land up to 1 hectare, means 2.5 acres. They are called as marginal farmers. Okay, small farmer means farmer cultivating agriculture land more than 1 hectare. We can call them as small farmers. Okay, so these have RBI have fixed this credit limit, okay, based on marginal farmers as well as other farmers. Okay, then next one, no due certificate. So no due certificate we can obtain from other, if we want to get loan from other banks, provided there need not be submission of this no due certificate for agricultural loan up to 50,000, right? Then if I continue with the features, next one is based on repayment period. So normally this loan can be repayable within 12 months. Okay, term loan component will be normally repayable within a period of 5 years, depend upon the type of investment what the farmer has been done. Okay, then revolving cash credit facility. Okay, so credit card facility will be revolving, like daily withdrawals of money, okay, etc etc, right? Then conversion or reschedule of loans. So this feature is available, like whenever the crop is little bit failure, then reschedule of loans as well as conversion of bad loans is possible in this particular scheme, right? Then PAIS means nothing but personal accident insurance scheme. Okay, according to this scheme, for death it will be around rupees 50,000, and if the person has been with respect to some sort of disability, there will be 25,000, and maximum age to enter in this particular thing is nothing but 70 years. Okay, with an annual premium of rupees 15, and for 3 years it will be rupees 45. Okay, then let me take you to one case study. Like a small farmer is raising multiple crops in an year based on few assumptions. So if he is having 2 acres of land, so out of those 2 acres, for 1 acre he will be going for paddy crop, and in the other acre he is going for sugarcane crop. Okay, for paddy crop it is around 10,000, let us say, and for sugarcane crop it is rupees 20,000. Okay, then investment or allied activities. So establishment of 1+1 dairy unit, nothing but using of dairy animals like cow or buffalo or bull, whatever it is. Okay, so let us say it is 20,000 per animal, and as water is to be supplied, allied activities like pump set is also to be purchased by that particular farmer. So for that, let us say it is rupees 30,000. Okay, so total amount is nothing but rupees 30,000, including 10,000 for paddy, 20,000 for crop. Okay, then for each and every year 10% will be added towards post harvest or household expense or consumption. Okay, so for 30,000 it will be around 3,000, and additional 20% towards farm maintenance, which is nothing but 6,000. Okay, so 30,000, 3,000, 6,000, so total is 39,000. Similarly, loan limit for second year, additional 10% of limit towards cost increase in finance of scale. Okay, so which is nothing but 42,900. Then for third year, and again for each and every year it will be increasing about 10%. So 10% of second year, which is nothing but 47,190, and for fourth year it will be 51,909, adding that 10% of the previous year. Then loan limit for fifth year, 10% of fourth year, whatever the amount that is being given. Okay, so total he will be getting 57,100 towards crop. And with respect to this term loan component, for first year, as it is given dairy unit, which is nothing but 40,000 for 2 different animals. Okay, so 2 cows he has purchased, let us say. And for third year replacement of pump set, there will be 30,000 rupees. So total term loan amount is rupees 70,000, and adding this 57,100 and 70,000, it will be around 1.27 lakhs. That is what the maximum permissible limit for Kisan Credit Card. Okay, then next let me take you to the corresponding banks. So how banks are beneficial in this particular schemes. Okay, so it is time and cost efficient. There is no need for elaborate documentation process or continuous approvals. Okay, withdrawal of cash using credit card requires very little paperwork, so that's why it is simple and hassle free for not just the card holder but for bank also. Okay, so there won't be no transaction costs, lesser risk, loan recovery, etc, etc. So this is one of the major benefit to the corresponding banks. Okay, then what are the advantages of this KCC scheme? Okay, so access to adequate and timely credit to farmers. Okay, then minimum paperwork and simplification of documentation for withdrawal of funds from bank, flexibility to draw cash and buy inputs. Okay, assured availability of credit at any time, enabling reducing interest burden to the farmer. Okay, so these are the advantages which are coming with respect to these two persons, right? Then if we conclude what is the benefit of this particular card, so it is very highly appreciated and non-discriminatory banking product. Okay, so it has established itself a quite popular credit among farmers. So make sure that under this scheme brokers can be minimized and efficient allocation of money can be done for maximum benefit of farmers. Okay, so with respect to this particular slide, I am ending this session, and thank you everyone. Thank you for watching this part.